Hi, this is Cassandre Xavier, and this is my diary of a Renaissance negresse from Friday, July 17th in Philadelphia. This was written longhand in a notebook, so it's different than how I would type, and it's also different than how I would not write and just speak into the camera as I did the other day. My favorite way to do Diary of a Renaissance Negresse is to type it at a computer and have it printed. That's my favorite way. I think it comes out most beautifully that way. But I've wanted lately to just use the time and the resources that I have and to do something rather than nothing. For a very long time I've been wanting to do Diary of a Renaissance Negresse very regularly, and when my circumstances change, I've stopped, and I decided not to do that anymore, and to merely use all the resources and the tools that I have at any given time. So, I hope you enjoy this. Diary of a Renaissance Negresse, Friday, July 17th, 2014. Part 1. I may get through the whole thing, but we'll see what happens within 7 minutes or so. 6 p.m., Penn's Landing, artist date, self-love date, date with Tom, or the spirit of Tom. I asked him to let me know, oh, by the way, this is me talking now. I mean, I was writing before, but by the way, what you're looking at is a ceramic a ceramic mask that I made many years ago, in the late 80s, I believe. And it's unnamed, but it's what I have, and I like it as a background for this when I'm at home here. Alright, okay, where am I? The spirit of Tom. I asked him to let me know he's with me, and instantly I felt 4 distinct knocks within my heart. This is not a place we came to together. We went to other places, other bodies of water. The one I feel most attracted to is the one where he worked, where the barges are. When I first arrived, tears sprang to my eyes, mostly from the feeling of being near water, and from doing something I've said for years, quote, I should come to Penn's Landing more often, exclamation point, unquote. I shriek every 3 or 4 years. Well, now I'm here. It's a place for lovers, for sure, surrounded by them. I even saw a black female/white male couple snuggling up, and 2 black women, one very femme, one very butch, adorable. The geese are brown and huge. The pigeons, all the birds, come right up to you for food. I'm not sure, but it looks like 2 bridges. Boats going by. Last time I was here, I was with my ex, David, 2 or 3 years ago. 2. We met in 2012 at the 7th Annual Poly Living Conference. Let me talk about suicide. Looking at the water, I recall how for several months after Tom passed, I thought of drowning myself to join him. My favorite novel, The Sparkling Lavender Dust of Lust by Corinne, includes a suicidal incest survivor with a love affair with bridges. She knows all the stats of people who threw themselves over the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm not like that. I do know from reading the Worst Case Scenario Handbook that if you do ever go off a bridge, you should first make your entire body go limp. This will reduce the severe bone breakage that is likely to happen all over your body upon impact. Secondly, try to be upright in the standing position as you descend, and squeeze your butt cheeks tight and pinch your nostrils to reduce or avoid the water that will force itself into your nasal passages and rectum. I don't recall number 3, but I expect it had something to do with pray like hell or something like that. I'm watching a small boat go by with 2 couples, 2 men, 2 women, no telling who's with whom, assume nothing. But it reminds me of when David took me to meet Bob D., and Bob D., whose boat, Cheeseburger, was in North Carolina, he took us to meet his sailing buddy Ron, whose boat we hung out on for a couple of hours. Anyway, I'm bored with this topic. Back to suicide. Oh yeah, I mentioned the boat because it was great to be the only woman on a boat of respectful men. I kept wanting to take my top off. I think I even asked and was told it might not be a good idea. The Renaissance negresse, she loved getting naked. I remember Nina Simone danced naked on a nightclub table in Liberia. We brown women artists like our fun and enjoy our bodies. Suicide. I wanted to join Tom in the other world, and I wanted to meet him through water, his beloved forever earth lover. I was more wanting to connect with him than wanting to leave this earth, which is what I realized and why I'm still here. As time approaches, it is getting closer to my moving time. 10 days away, I am presented with an opportunity to receive the funds to move, but the price may be too high. Usually I take 3 days to prey upon an idea or opportunity. As time is of the essence, I shall have to expedite my usual process. I've asked the angels to guide me. They keep telling me to go within, trust my instincts, and because their loving, gentle voice says it, and because I know and trust Spirit, I have faith the best path, no matter what it is, will unfold for the highest good of all. The angels remind me to always go back to love, and I make decisions. Am I making decisions or taking an action from a place of love or from fear? Let that be my guide. Well, it's 6:25 p.m. Time to head back to the bookstore, to unplug my camera and use the internets until my 9 p.m. curfew, as the upstairs tenant likes it quiet. Thanks for listening and your continued support of my art/work and therefore life.